You know how it is, you want to get a handle on something interesting, maybe plan a trip, maybe just feed your curiosity, but you don't have hours to just scroll and click.
Exactly. It's easy to get lost.
So that's the idea behind our deep dives. We take a source or a bunch of sources and pull out the bits that really matter, the stuff that sparks those aha moments.
Yeah, we try to be your guides through the information jungle, pointing out the most interesting trails and viewpoints.
Okay, so today our virtual passport takes us to Japan. We're looking through the lens of a blog called photomoriblog, show great photo spot and food.
Right. It's a Japanese site. Looks like it focuses on fantastic locations for photography and sometimes throws in some food recommendations too.
Our mission then is to explore this blog, see what kind of inspiration we can maybe draw from it, potential travel ideas, photo themes, just, see what's there.
We want to give you the essence of what this blog offers, especially if you appreciate like beautiful visuals and getting info efficiently.
So we're going to unpack some of their most popular articles first. That should give us a sense of what's grabbing people's attention.
Yeah, and look for recurring locations or subjects. Maybe check out some site features too.
Okay, let's dive in. Where do we start?
Well, looking at their fee, that's the popular articles list, seems like a good spot. It tells us what's resonating.
Makes sense. What's at the top?
The number one is Meilisu Woye. Let's go photograph laser beams at Sujito Station Night View.
Laser beams at a train station. Okay, that's intriguing. Like, what does that even mean? Is it an event or?
Yeah, it definitely makes you wonder, doesn't it? It hints at something, well, visually really striking, something beyond the usual night shot.
It does. Makes you curious about the photo ops there. Okay, what's next?
Then we have Duio. Let's see fireflies in Kamakura near Nishikamakura Station. Explanation of how to photograph them too.
Ah, fireflies. And photo tips included. That's interesting.
All right, firefly photography, it can be tricky. Long exposures capturing faint light.
Uh-huh.
So the fact they're offering how-to guidance suggests they're really thinking about photographers trying to capture these like fleeting moments.
Yeah, catering to the audience. Good point. What else is popular?
After that is iSpace Earth photos from space. Bit of a change of pace.
Whoa, okay. From a local station to the International Space Station?
Exactly. It kind of speaks to a broad interest in visual beauty, whether it's right nearby or from way, way up there. A cosmic view.
It really shows the range they cover.
Okay, number 4.
Number 4 is panoramic ocean view at Usage Park in Minami Izu. Classic stunning nature.
Can't go wrong with a panoramic ocean view. That always appeals. Suggests a really expansive, impressive spot. Good for photographers, good for anyone, really.
Definitely. Then number 5 is a bit different. Juicy's Yusa. I started Sonamori's photo blog. Huh. An intro post still in the top rankings. That's kind of unusual.
Yeah, maybe it gives some background, insight into the blogger's vision or their journey. Creates a connection, perhaps.
Could be. Adds a personal touch. All right, back to places.
Yep, number 6 is Line Poison. This one's about visiting the real-world spots that inspired the Ghibli film Whisper of the Heart.
Oh, cool. Near Saseki Sakuragaka Station in autumn? That's a great angle, mixing travel with pop culture.
Exactly. It's not just a pretty place. It's got that layer of movie magic. Probably brings in a lot of fans wanting to, step into the story.
I bet. Storytelling through location. Nice. Keep going.
Okay, next is Lunar Eclipse, an occultation in Yokohama near Sakuragicho Station.
Wow, timing is everything there.
Right. Shows they're paying attention to celestial events and how they create unique photo chances, even in a familiar city like Yokohama. You need to know your setting and what's happening in the sky.
Requires a specific kind of awareness. Okay, what else?
Then there's Sayayele, introducing examples of the azalea and rhododendron fair at Hakone Hotel, shots with Mount Fuji too.
Seasonal beauty. Flowers and Mount Fuji, that's a classic combo.
Yeah, those flower festivals give you amazing colors, and then adding Fuji in the background just elevates it.
Definitely adds that iconic touch. Almost there.
Number 9 is CIEA, the Inoden train running along the coast, and Mount Fuji from Kamakura Kokomai Station. If you want to fully enjoy summer, this is the place.
Oh, that sounds like the quintessential Japan summer shot, doesn't it? The coast, that charming little train, Fuji.
Totally evokes that feeling. Picturesque, maybe a bit nostalgic, like a perfect summer day captured.
Paints a vivid picture. And the last one in the top 10.
It's another space one. Let's download photos taken by astronauts from space.
Huh. Two space-related articles in the top 10.
Yeah, it's just a real fascination with that different perspective, seeing Earth from orbit. Maybe people just want to own a piece of that amazing view.
Could be. So looking across that list, lots of variety, but also some places pop up again.
Exactly. Kamakura, Yokohama, Hakone, they seem to be recurring hotspots.
Yeah.
Suggest these areas consistently offer something visually compelling.
Yeah, nature, cityscapes, cultural stuff. Maybe they just have that perfect mix. Makes you wonder what makes them so photogenic consistently.
It's a good question. Must be that combination of accessibility, beauty, and interesting features.
Now, thinking about when this stuff is posted, I see dates here. May 17th, May 10th. These are pretty recent.
Yeah, that immediacy is telling. It means the blog is active, sharing current experiences, things happening now.
Right, like that Firefly article in May, that's probably timed perfectly for the actual Firefly season. Makes the info super useful.
Exactly. And if you dig into the tag list, they even categorize by month. See here, 2 posts in May.
Ah, okay, so that reinforces the seasonal idea. It helps you find things relevant to when you might actually visit.
And they have specific seasonal tags too, like 4 for cherry blossoms, 4 for autumn leaves.
Perfect. So if you're planning a trip for cherry blossom season, you can just click that tag. That's really useful organization.
Definitely adds value. But it's probably worth looking beyond just the most popular stuff too, right? To get the full picture.
Good idea. What else is hiding in there?
Well, for instance, there's an article on a photo walk along the Tama River in winter. Yichuai?
Okay, so not just the big famous spots, exploring more everyday locations too.
Yeah, maybe encouraging people to find beauty in familiar places, see them differently.
I like that. Anything else stand out?
There's one about bird watching at Sorumi River.
Right.
Just like a...
So niche photography interests too, like wildlife, even common birds.
Right. And I also spotted this section called Useful Articles.
Oh, like what?
One was about turning blog articles into short videos using something called Predis.ai and automatically posting them to social media.
Archopoli, while posting them freddy.ai.
Interesting. So the blogger is thinking about content creation itself, not just the photos, like formats and distribution.
Yeah, it shows they're aware of current trends online, sharing that knowledge too.
That's pretty meta. So not just showing photos, but sharing how to get visual content out there. What other places do they cover?
Let's see. Posts about Yokohama Zoraisia and Nogiyama Zoo, so family-friendly stuff too.
Yeah.
Night views in Yamashita Park, the volcanic landscape and food at Owakudani, nature and history in Jogashima.
Wow, they really cover a lot of ground in that region.
Seems like it. Oh, and rainy night photos of Tokyo Tower capturing a different mood.
Yeah, atmospheric. And a whole guide to night photography at Yokohama Landmark Tower, which mentions those laser beams again.
Huh. Those laser beams really seem to be a thing. Must be quite the sight.
Apparently so.
Okay, so thinking about using the blog, how easy is it to navigate? You mentioned the tags.
Yeah, the tag list and the search by category seem really key. You can filter by E14 for nature, for zoo, for night views. Makes finding what you want pretty straightforward.
Nice. Filter by interest.
And the station search is, I think, particularly clever for planning trips.
How so?
Well, if you know you'll be near a specific train station, you can just search for that station and find articles related to that exact area. Super practical for when you're actually there.
That is smart. Very location aware. Anything else on usability?
They have a translate button. That's a big plus, makes it accessible for people who don't read Japanese.
Definitely opens it up to a wider audience. Good feature.
And, you know, the standard stuff in the footer privacy policy for Contact Us, the basics are covered.
Okay, so overall impression. It sounds like a really appealing mix. Great visuals, practical info, timely updates.
Yeah, covering a pretty broad range of interests, mostly focused around Tokyo and Kanagawa, through that lens of photography and discovering cool spots.
Seems like a fantastic resource if you're planning a day trip or even longer. You get the big hits, but maybe some local gems too.
Right, and all presented visually first, which is inspiring in itself.
And that photo focus is key, isn't it? Even if you're not like a pro photographer, the images themselves probably make you want to go and maybe look a bit closer when you get there.
Definitely encourages you to notice the visual details.
So let's try and wrap this up. Our deep dive into photomoriblog shows it's this rich source for finding photogenic spots in Japan, right?
Yeah, huge variety, nature, cities, seasons, culture, even space photos, and it's kept up to date.
And those navigation tools, the tags, and especially the station search, make it genuinely useful for planning. A great tool for visual inspiration and practical ideas for the Tokyo Kanagawa area.
It really shows how focusing through one lens, in this case, photography can curate information in a really engaging way without it feeling overwhelming.
Avoids that information overload. Okay, so a final thought for you listening.
Thinking about all this stuff we just talked about, the laser beams, the fireflies, Earth from space, that Ghibli connection, the train by the coast, which one kind of grabbed your imagination the most?
Yeah, what sparked your curiosity? And if you were actually there, camera or phone in hand, what kind of story would your photos tell? Maybe check out Photomore blog yourself, see where it takes you.